Hi both bakers. We are in the throes of baking season, my favorite time of year, and I'm constantly trying to come up with easy, entertaining recipes that can be enjoyed now, but also all year round. Because chocolate is always in season, I partnered with Ghirardelli to bring you show-stopping, no-bake hot chocolate pies. They have a cookie crust, a rich chocolate truffle filling, and whipped marshmallowy meringue on top. I'm proud to partner with Ghirardelli chocolate, not only for its taste and quality, but it's sustainably sourced from bean to chip, and it just makes life a bite better. As always, the recipe for these pies can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com. So let's talk cookies. I'm using graham crackers. You can use any kind of plain vanilla cookie that you like. Also, what would work really well in this recipe is ginger nut, because ginger and chocolate go really well together. So just add those into your bowl. Next, we're going to follow that with a little bit of melted butter. And then just mix this all together until it kind of resembles wet sand. You want to make sure that all the cookies are coated in butter so we have a nice firm crust. So that's our cookie crust. Like I said, this is a no-bake pie. We're going to breeze right through this. The next step is to fill up our little pie pans. So these are my little pie pans. They're 4.5 inches wide. You can also make this in one big pie in a 9-inch tin, and that will work really well too. So all I'm going to do now is just divide my cookie crust up between the 4 pans. So now with a clean pair of hands, I'm going to go in with my fingertips because it's just easier and shape the cookie crust into the pan. While you're doing this, just make sure it's nice and compact because you want to make sure that our cookie crust holds together well. And just make sure you bring it up the sides so you get the whole tin. And this will just make for beautiful presentation. These are looking great. I'm going to pop them into the fridge. They're going to firm up and set while we make my favorite part, the chocolate truffle filling. So the star of the show here is chocolate. So here I have some Ghirardelli 60% cocoa bittersweet chocolate chips. I love these guys because it's the right amount of bitter and sweetness. I'm just going to go ahead and add those into my bowl. Now what we want to do is melt this chocolate very gently. You can do this over a bain-marie or you can pop it into the microwave. Just keep a close eye on it so it doesn't get too hot. So I melted our chocolate very gently. It didn't take long at all. Now what I want to do is just set this over to the side and we're going to whip our cream. So into my bowl, I'm going to add in some heavy whipping cream. You want to make sure that this cream whips up well. So something around 35% fat content. So now for this cream, all you want to do is just whip it until it's soft peaks. You don't want to go too far. So this will only take around 2 minutes or so. You want it kind of billowy. So there's our cream. This is the perfect consistency. And I'm going to bring back in my chocolate. Now into this, I'm going to add in a little bit of vanilla extract and a little bit of salt. I love to add both of these ingredients because they really enhance the flavor of the chocolate. Just give them a little stir in. And then we're going to bring in our whipped cream and put all of that in there. And then with a spatula, just swiftly fold this together. Just fold it until the chocolate has fully combined with the cream. Now the reason that you don't want to whip the cream too much when we started was because we're folding it with the chocolate and the chocolate will actually set it and make it firmer, so you want everything to be nice and soft. Just to finish off our filling, I'm going to add an extra hit of chocolate. Here I have some Ghirardelli semi-sweet premium baking chips, and I'm going to add a few of those into my filling. This will just add extra flavor and also a nice texture. You can pick up Ghirardelli chocolate in all good grocery stores across the US. Okay, so that's our filling, really easy to make. I'm going to set this to the side and we're going to bring in our pie pans. Our cookie crust has set, so just divide your filling between the 4 pie pans. And like I said, this will also make one big 9-inch pie. And then just with a little spoon, you don't have to be really particular about this because you want it to have a little bit of texture. Just smooth out the filling all the way to the edges of the pie crust. Really easy technique, no fuss at all. So these little pies will take no time at all to set, so we're going to pop them back into the fridge while we make our marshmallowy meringue topping. I love this marshmallowy topping because it's really simple to make. Here I have a nice large glass bowl, and into it I'm going to add in some egg whites, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of cream of tartar. Now, if you don't have cream of tartar, yes, you can still make this meringue. However, it does stabilize the eggs and just makes them a little bit firmer. So if you have it, use it. Now what we're going to do is take this bowl, put it over a pot of simmering water, and we're just going to heat treat our eggs. And what we're going to do here is just let the heat get through our egg whites, make them nice and warm. Because we're not technically cooking this in an oven, this will cook your egg whites and make them safe to eat. So you're going to want to do this for around 2 minutes or so. And then when you put your finger in the middle and the egg whites are warm, then that's perfect. You can take it off the heat. Now all we have to do is just get a hand mixer, or you can do it on a stand mixer, and we're going to whip this up until it gets really lovely, thick and shiny. So I've been whipping this for 5 minutes on high speed and it's really lovely and thick. So we're going to stop now and we're going to bring in our pies and assemble our dessert. So our pies are set and I very carefully took them out of the tin. Here I have my meringue in a piping bag. However, you don't need to put yours in a piping bag. You can just dollop it on. It will look really good. I just want to give mine a certain shape. And then all you want to do is just generously pipe on your meringue on top of each pie. I do it a little bit in the middle so you still can see the crust, the filling, and then the meringue separately. Gorgeous. Don't be shy with the meringue now. Nobody's going to be mad at you if you put on too much meringue. As you can see, I like to pile mine really high. So now you can eat these as is. However, I have this little handy blowtorch. These are really handy for chefs to have in their kitchen. I use it every so often. It's really useful. All you want to do is just very lightly toast the meringue. You can also do this step under a grill. Just make sure you keep an eye on it. So you can see why I call this a hot chocolate pie. We've got decadent rich chocolate and then a marshmallowy top, and then the bonus of the cookies. And the best thing about these guys is that they're ready to eat straight away. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's decadent. It's kind of a sophisticated dessert. It's classy. The bittersweet chocolate makes it really rich and just has a perfect balance between sweetness and the marshmallow on top. Oh my gosh. And then who doesn't love a cookie crust? This is without a doubt going to be a big hit at my family table. A huge thank you to Ghirardelli for sponsoring this video. It definitely makes life a bite better. I'll see you back here really soon for more bigger, bolder baking.